Hello, this is Wayne from GSG, coming to you loud and proud from Murkwater construction site. And we have basically just laid down roughly our foundation. I like to kind of make sure everything's square. And we cannot move this little forklift looking object or the building with our workshop in it, so we pretty much have to build around that because we kind of want them inside of our structure. So the plan here is going to be, we are going to build up, and then this will be the basement to our facility. And right now we only have 3 people here. I know you only see 2. We technically have 4 people at this camp, as you can see up top, but one of them I immediately set up as a provisioner, so we would have the ability to utilize our resources from our other camps. There you see the 3rd person. She's supposed to be farming some carrots. It's pretty much all they have for food right now. But this little nasty area down here is going to be the wet, murky basement. And we will start pulling these up. That I just use those to build to get everything square. Which we have already established that we are square. So we're going to go ahead and start laying this foundation in this muck. And my plan here, I'm going to try a little different build on this one. Yes, we are still utilizing the concrete platforms just because they really do help make uneven surfaces even. Alright, so we're going to pull up a few more of these. And as what we're going to do is we're going to have no ground floor entrance on this base. We're going to have an elevated entrance. So we're going to put some ladders up to this place. That should make it nice and confusing for the provisioner to get inside, as well as any Brahmin that want to take up residence in my place. Alright, and we are going to try to get this place good and squared away. It's not exactly a huge build site. I mean, it's fairly sizable, but we don't really need a ton of space. I may actually make this slightly larger. Give us a little bit of dirt down here in the basement to grow some grub. And we should be able to get all this squared away. It's always kind of a trick bag if everything ends up. Yep, that's about as far as we're going to be able to go that way. And I can't really go to the side anymore. And if I put one more out here, it's going to be into the green. Let's see how bad it's into the green. I might be able to put a wall on that, or a second block. But nah, we don't want all this murky water inside our basement. No point in starting out with the basement flooded, right? Alright, so this will be a pretty decent little start. And for right now, just to keep our peeps out of the weather, we did build this little shed over here inside this ruins, which I will possibly leave if I end up running into building cat problems. I may tear it down, but for now we're just going to leave it. Go with that. So we have our complete floor built all the way around. And if you haven't already figured this trick out, which you probably have from watching other videos, but this is how you stack blocks on top of blocks. You just build you one of these little staircases, and then you just start stacking away. And we are probably going to have to go 3 blocks high, but we are actually will come back and pull a few of these out and put one of these guard posts kind of sticking out the wall. That one didn't get set right. There you go. And I recently live streamed a build at Coastal College, but I haven't done one of these since my initial first look. I know I do the Wasteland Electrician, and we do wire up and hook up a bunch of stuff. Alright, so before I do that, I need access to this. And then we'll go ahead and block that in. We'll set one up here, and the reason I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to take 3 to get over the top of this building, so we are on the right path. And I've been purchasing wood shipments and concrete shipments, but it seems like I don't always end up with a ton of concrete, but I should have. Well, theoretically, I got a ton of concrete. That's a lot of concrete. But I should have enough concrete to do what I want. Because I routinely farm and kill all the knucklehead raiders pretty much everywhere I go. Yep, you peeps didn't realize it, but out here at the Murkwater construction site, you kind of ended up in jail because there's really no way out of here. And y'all are probably going to get upset about that, but oh well, that's just the way it is. It's a dangerous place out here. Alright, like I said, at some point, I will move or remove. Alright, this should be enough space down here to plant enough food to get these people, okay, let's see. If you come in on that area, it's going to be pretty congested. So we will probably, let's see. We will probably make our way out over here. And I really, I know I've had a few comments on some of my builds that it looks like I put a lot of thought process into them, and that's, I really just come here and then I just start building, and whatever happens, it's pretty much just what happens. I don't really pre-plan it ahead of time. It's just like when you, I'm no way, shape, or form going to compare myself to an artist because I can barely draw a stick man. but my vision of it is how an artist would come about drawing things. That's the only way, and I'm pretty square. It's not exactly perfect, but I'm not going to cry about it. But it's just, I come here, this is my given canvas, is this nasty looking swamp. Alright, so is what we're going to do is we're going to build some feeders out from this, so some columns, utilizing these wood that I put in here earlier. Alright, because pretty much nothing goes to waste. Alright, we're going to come over here and set up a couple of just little column posts to kind of utilize our space that we have here without getting too massively monstrous. And let's see, I think I'm up against the wall here, I'm up against the wall there. And we will go right over the top of this building. But that's just kind of how I do it. This nasty swamp is my canvas. And we're just going to start building and kind of see what comes out of that. Alright, now my plan here is not necessarily to make these two, I'm not really planning on covering up this this house with wood. I'm just trying to gauge. I think I need one more board to make them square. And we're just double checking this to make sure we're squared away. Alright, and it is squared away, so we're good. We will pull this one up. Alright, and then we will come over here. Just like that. Actually, that is not the one I should have pulled up. That's the one I should have pulled up. Alright, and we will get our concrete block up there. And there. And then we will pull this down. Should be able to stick this one in the mud. And man, we got us a column on this side. And we will put that back. Alright, and we're going to come over here and we'll do the same thing on this side. And the reason I'm doing this is we are going to put some guard outlook posts up here, and we're not, like I said, we're not actually going to cover this little house or this whole area. That's not really what I'm seeing in my kind of vision of the place. Alright, and this one, the ground appears to be higher. Is that all completely stuck in the mud? About as good as we're going to get it. There's a small gap in the little grassy knoll, but that's good enough for me. Alright, we're going to store this because we will need it again. Why did I just do that, dummy? It goes right there. Alright, and then we will store all of these again. And really, I kind of have not a whole lot of rhyme or reason in which direction that I generally try to face my entrances. I kind of just go with whatever I feel. Alright, so on this area, we have no room to put an entrance on that side. Really no room to put an entrance on this side either. Oh, I actually do. Ooh, I got something to scrap. That's always nice to find. Alright, now I don't know where any kind of road is near here. I guess it's that direction. Alright, so my entrance is going to be on this side, opposite of the road. And I usually do crazy stuff like that for a reason. Alright, now over here, I could actually make this wall one more spot over, but I believe I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because we will build one more layer of, well, while I'm out of the mode, I will take the option to save real quick. Alright, we'll put us one more layer on the front side of this. One more would cover this kind of dilapidated looking structure, and we don't want to do that. Alright, and just because it's all a numbers game, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so right here, and this is the thing that I have the most trouble with, is these stupid ladders. Alright, there's one. Alright, and that's probably not where it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I actually probably can't get that on this side because I'll be in that building. So it'll have to be slightly off center. And sometimes you can get these to stick in the mud. Sometimes you can't. So we just won't mess with that, and we'll just go with these basics. Alright, and this is going to be the entrance. I wouldn't really call this a castle because it's kind of nasty looking actually. So we won't bother to call it a castle. It's just a construction site, right? Alright, come on, knucklehead. Go on there where I need you to go. It's not going to play nice, so we'll just double these up. Maybe I can get a single one to go on that side. Nope, not going to want to play. Alright, we're going to try to make our little entrance all nice and safe. Just leave that for now. Alright, so far we have our little area down at the bottom. I'm about to fall off. We got our little area down at the bottom, and we will need to make a way to get into the basement. This area could actually be slightly lower, make like a sub-basement. I think that I can get a layer of boards right above that machine. So let's see if we can. Charm. Alright. that'll work. That works for me. And we'll fill a few of those layers in with small blocks. That's not wanting to snap in there. Alright, so that will work nicely. And since we got some little nasty water over here, I would kind of rather that area. We'll see what she looks like. Alright, so we come down over the nasty water. Let's put us a couple of small boards there, because we don't want our peeps walking in the mud, right? And this space is pretty much not usable anyway. Alright, and this is going to be our way down into the basement. Alright, and we will not need this because we are going to put our own light source down here in the little dilapidated, spooky looking basement with all the swampy nastiness seeping in from the outside. Alright, but that'll look pretty beautiful. Alright, you just come up over here, get yourself up out the basement. And this area we will just turn into a nice little subfloor. And on this subfloor, since this is the road, we will pull out 2 boards. Alright, let's see if we can catch one of these people off of their guard post. Yeah, we'll have to catch them when they're not on it. But anyway, we will put one of those guard posts right here. That way they can be watching this area. And there's the queen that we killed to get into this place. I was kind of hoping that body would disappear, but it has in other places that I've killed it, so hopefully she will eventually go away. Alright, so for right now, the sub-basement's looking pretty nice. Alright, and is what I'm going to do right here is this is slightly tricky to figure out. Alright, but this is kind of how I normally make an oddball floor. Semi-square. We'll know exactly how square it is in a second. But if you want a floor in a place where it shouldn't be, this is pretty much how I do it, because we would like a covering over our little building. Even if it doesn't quite match up, I can make it match up. because believe it or not, I actually on the first try got it semi-square. Come on thing, go green. Alright, now did I actually... Alright, I'm gonna have to store that one. I'm still slightly off. So we will try this to get our proper coverage. Still gonna be off a smidge. I think I can live with that. Alright, let's see how square we are with our wall. Alright, we've filled that gap up enough. And the main reason I want a roof over this structure is because, I mean, I probably could hang lights on that little board right there, but I kind of like a fixed structure. And this is, sometimes some of this stuff, when I start hitting the building cap, I come tear back out. But for now, we want it in here. Alright, so now we have a roof somewhat over our structure. Even though it's not 100% square. Alright, but it'll work for now. Alright, so we already know out here we are also going to have a guard post out here. This is not really going to be any kind of actual structure. It's just going to be a walkway. So we're going to go ahead and plank it up. Put us a guard post right here, and I know you should fit somehow. It's gonna be kind of tricky. Good enough. And then we're gonna come over here and rinse and repeat on this side. That up. I may have went one too far on that one. We'll store that. Alright, so that will work for there. And I may actually leave that building there just as some kind of little outbuilding, and I may put my artillery piece on there. We'll kind of decide what we're going to do with that. Alright, that's fairly close. If I wanted any closer, I can fiddle around with that and get it 100% squared away. Alright, but the first thing we're going to need to do temporarily, because, well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do it. We we are going to come build us one generator down here that I could always scrap later if I need to. Because after I put this roof on down here, it is going to get dark. Alright, and I want you to come guard somewhere else. Alright, now try to figure your way out of here. Good enough. Alright, now we want to move this person as well.
Got it.
Come up here where you can actually do some defending. And we are going to hook us up a few lights down here so when it gets dark, I guess I need to run me a wire. Which now, thanks to the patch, no longer uses up all of my copper, which is nice. Now I'll put me up a few more light bulbs just so we will be able to see down here in the nasty little basement. Let's see if I can get one to stick on here. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. They always want to stick up way higher in the structure. There you go. We can always come back and tidy these up later. Just for now, we want a little bit of light down here because I am about to seal this all off. Alright, we're actually going to get rid of these noise makers down here as well. Take this one with us. We will get these up here where they can actually do some good. And we'll just stick the other ones up here for now just because we have them. Then we will move them around as needed. Right now my food and water production is very low. Alright, so should not Look at this knucklehead, already up in a place where they don't belong. Never fails. That's why I try to do my builds without people here, but I need a supply line, so let's see, I'm probably gonna have to go, we'll toy with that in a second, but I know this is good enough. That is probably not good enough. That's gonna block us, yeah. Alright, so we'll have to use some smaller flooring planks. Alright, I should be able to get in and out of that. That's all groovy. And this person's about to get sealed in the floorboard. Back to this. Wonder how high we can build over here. Alright, well we can actually get pretty high up there. See some stuff from up here, and since I'm up here I will go ahead and save. Alright, and I'm kind of sort of looking in the right direction. Alright, all the way over here should be Jamaica Plains. Somewhere off in that area. I know it's a little too dark to see, but it's just past Hyde Park. I'm probably not looking on the horizon up high enough, but it's off in that direction. Alright, but we can get pretty high up. Ooh, I don't even think I've ever discovered that place. There's something right over here with a radio tower on it. Kinda looks like a fortification of some kind. Alright, so that looks like all good fun for a future date. Alright, we want to put this weapon away. Alright, so we have pretty much established that we can build up a pretty reasonable amount. Go back into our build mode, and let's see, do I want to put more concrete pillars, because that actually is going to take up a little bit. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do it, just because you end up with too much floor space and you just have so much more area to block off, to furnish. Alright, so that will work perfectly right there. And over here, we'll put this spot in. throw this over here in another board. Then we can get our concrete in. Alright, and then we will do the same knot over here. We will not do that here. Well, I could do it here. Because I could come in like this, and then enter. I just think for posterity's sake, posterity, we are going to do that. And this is actually my outer wall, dummy. I can't pull that block up. Fine, and I will go ahead and actually put that up. I will come do it again on the other side. Do that before I fall through the floor. This is going to be an outer wall. This will actually be my block. Alright, we are going to end this video shortly. And we are going to keep building up on this. This will be part 1. And when we get down to wiring everything up, we will do a part 2 to this little build here at the Murkwater construction site, because it actually is under construction. So we will work on this construction site, and when I get down to the electrical portion of it, and I start wiring things up, that is not just temporary, like my lights downstairs are just temporary. So when we get to actually wiring and putting my lights and stuff everywhere, we will come pick this build back up and try to work on it until it is completed. That way you can see just a little idea of what you could do when you come here to the construction site. So you folks remember to have fun, be safe, and don't forget to reload. We will see you soon. Thanks for watching. What's up, Guido? I see you up on the big screen, pal. What's up? What's up, Popcorn George? What's happening? Oh, dude, you're famous, bruh. You don't even know it. Just think about it, Guido. Oh, you're trying to get a little closer to the action. I need you to look at the camera, George. Look at the camera, little Guido. Popcorn George, man, you're famous, dude. Hello, this is Wayne from GSG, along with my trusty sidekick, George. You've been tired of me playing around with my virtual dog, Major, so George wanted to get in on the Fallout action as well. So we are doing us a little test video with my main pasta eating pal Guido George. Alright, well, if we have people living in this settlement, George, we can't find them. Got peeps up here sleeping. Got some peeps up here sleeping. Alright, my main man Guido. We are going to go ahead and call that good for a test video run. So, George, remember to say, have fun, be safe, and don't forget to reload. You don't give a flying fart, do you?